I'm turning the tables.
Today I have my girl Lucia on Turning Tables. She's a mastermind behind some of my most iconic hair looks, including my wedding updo that everyone couldn't stop talking about. I was even on Kelly and Mark because of it. She's been doing my hair for over 10 years. She's the best at what she does. And honestly, she's seen it all. Let's get into it. Hi, honey. How are you?
Hello.
Did you like your intro?
I did. Wow. Thank
Okay.
you.
See that?
I'm not used to all that in one big frame from you. Thank you, my girl.
You're welcome. All right, so let's get into some questions. So we'll shoot the shit first.
Yeah,
Okay.
literally. You said 10, it's been 15, but who's counting anyway?
Wait, all
I'm
right.
glad
So
I got
wait,
that.
I said over 10. I've been on the show. All right, so what season did you start doing my hair?
Wasn't it like the end of season 1? Well, wait. I met you when I did your makeup. That's how we got to really get
Yeah,
to
so
it.
let's tell everybody how we really met. So I went to Bloomingdale's in Willowbrook to the Mac counter, and every time I go look for makeup, I look for the prettiest girl there, not to be like
Oh,
that.
thank you.
And whoever's makeup looks the best. So I saw Lucia. I was like, oh my God, she looks really good. So I went up to her, because I thought she looked the best in her, at the time
Thank
that day
you.
when she was working. Yes, you
Thank
did.
you.
Because I feel like if someone could do their makeup great, then of course they're gonna make my makeup look great. So I went up to
Yeah.
her and we started talking, and I have to say we just like hit it off, and she was awesome. She did my makeup great. And then she told me she did hair also, and I was like, "Oh my God, you do hair?" So I was like, "That's like phenomenal to find someone that does hair and makeup at the same time. Like that's great." And so then that's how we met. But then how did this you probably remember better than me, like, because how did you get into, like, you really didn't do my makeup. I just got makeup from you, and then you finish it.
Well, okay, then at the end, she was like, here's my number, like, you should come over, and, like, if you wanna do my hair and makeup sometime. I was like, "Okay." So I gave it to her,
Uh-huh. And
and
I was
I
already on
went to your
I
house.
was already on Housewives then, yeah.
Yes, you were already on Housewives, and you guys were filming in the episode with, the family portrait, and I had no idea that they were filming, and you were like, "Oh, come over this time." I'm like, "Okay." And I'll never forget that day. I pulled up and I was like, "Oh my God, I'm in the middle of the woods." I'm like, "Where the hell am I?" And I'm like, "This house is big as fuck." And I pulled up and I'm like, I hear knocking on the window. I screamed, and it was one of the producers or whoever with a clipboard, like, "Oh, they're filming. You have to sign this to go inside." I'm like, "Huh?" I'm like, "Okay." And you were like, "I'm up
Oh, see, I
here."
don't even remember all that. See,
And
okay,
I'm like,
'cause
"What the fuck is going on?"
all right, so I didn't tell her that we were filming. She just showed up, and then I'm like, "You need to film."
And I was in like fucking sweats with big Burberry rain boots, and I'm just like so embarrassed. I'm like, oh my God, what's going on right now? I went upstairs and we did the do. And I feel like literally every time anything we've done, I feel like it's always been that. Like that describes us. You're just like, oh yeah, nonchalant. This is what we're about to do, and we just do it.
Yeah.
And I'm always like, I'm blindsided. Here
All
we
right, so
are
then the first time
in
that you did my
line.
hair was for the family photo shoot?
I think that's what it was. Yeah. No,
Oh,
did I do your makeup or your hair that day? The first time that I ended up how it came about with me doing your hair was you did an interview at your house with Amy Rollback. And it was like when you were doing the stuff for when you had like the trial going on and all that. And I'll never forget the whoever was like ordering us around that day. She was like, "You have to do hair too because the hairdresser was sick." So I'm like, "Okay." So here I come lugging all my bags of shit. And you were like, all right. And then I did your hair and your makeup. And then when you were filming, they called and they were like, oh, who did her hair? And I thought I was in trouble. I was like, oh no, what did I do? And they were like, her hair looks great. And then I started doing your hair and instead of doing the makeup. And I was like, so I'm like, okay, well, guess I'm doing hair now. And that was
wait,
it.
so did I have Priscilla already or no?
I think you did. Yeah, you had Priscilla, but she wasn't there. I don't know why I ended up having to do both that day. And it was
Got
like
it.
a major interview.
Yeah.
And I just remember that was when I learned not to use anything with SPF under stage makeup because I used strobe cream underneath, and on the main screen, it was giving flashback. I was like, "Whoa, okay." But it was a learning experience like anything else in TV. That was like a major learning experience for me. And you look
Right.
beautiful, thank God. But
Yeah, I
then
know.
from there out, it was like hair.
Yeah, but hair has come such a long way because I looked at some of my hairdos, like from the beginning seasons. I like the way my hair looks so much better now than before. Right?
Yeah, and it's like anything else, the evolution of beauty, we
You're
have
right.
gone through it.
Yeah, so even makeup has come such a long way because I feel like I look so much better now than like how my makeup looked like, in the beginning seasons, right?
Yeah, isn't it crazy like the evolution of beauty? It's wild. It pretty is. Pretty much as I look back at those pictures and I'm like, what the hell were we doing?
Yeah, I mean, even like, yeah, like how now, like loose powder, you set your makeup with loose powder. Like loose powder used to not be around like a long time ago. And contouring, right? Contouring your face. That wasn't
Oh
like a,
yeah.
right?
Listen, loose powder. You want to talk about loose powder? Hold on. I'm gonna pull out a fossil. I have a fossil in here. My great grandmother always used this loose powder, and I used to love the smell of it. And I still have it. Look, 1935. You see that? Air
Wait,
spun, baby.
real? Wait, that was from your grandma?
Well, no, they still sell it, but this is like what she used. And like, I swear when I
Oh
smell it,
my God, my mom used to have that, like that big puffy thing.
yeah. And when she would come out of the shower, my great grandmother used to get between her boobs. And I used to always like remember her for that smell. So I always keep air sprun in my vanity. But
Oh
it
my,
honestly is a good, but look at where loose powder came from this like talc in
yeah, wait,
1935.
but like I'm saying, why do you have that? Like, where do you use that?
I just keep it because it's just nostalgic.
But yeah, so Lucia and I have been friends for so long. She's like, definitely a ride or die kind of girl. Yeah, my
Yeah.
ride or die, like, she was always there. Like, my dad loved Lucia. He did. He loved her
I
so
love my
much.
guy.
And every time my dad was in the hospital, like if I was working or something and I couldn't make it there to bring him lunch or something, then I would call Lucia and she would cover for me. She would be like, I said, I asked her, like, can you bring my dad lunch? And she's like, of course. And she would. And she like, yeah, like my dad loved Lucia. Lucia loved my dad. She loved my girls. She would do their hair for back to school
Everything,
photos. Yeah, yeah,
everything. First
I mean,
day,
back to
last day
school
of
photos.
school,
Yeah, back to school. Wait, no, she would. Wait, first day of school. She would do their hair for first day of school
and last day of school.
and last day of school, and their school pictures and their
Yep.
school pictures. Like I had to make sure they look perfect.
And we did all the proms, the sweet
Yeah,
16s.
yeah. Prom, sweet 16s. She did my
Let's not
wedding
forget.
hair.
Let's not forget Gia's friggin' prom the one year when we cut up the dress. Remember that? Oh my God, that was fucked. I can't believe I did that.
Wait, what happened?
Remember when we cut the straps off the dress? She's like, I think it's too big. I'm like, did you lose weight? And we're standing there. Melania comes in and she's like, wait, I have Nana's sewing kit. And we're like, what? And that's totally a me move because when my grandmother passed away, I took her sewing kit. So I died laughing. She comes with the box. We cut off the straps. And then I'm
Oh,
like, oh my God, there's a hook and eye, Gia. And then I'm sewing the straps back on.
oh my God.
Fucked.
Yeah, we have so many stories, and I mean, Lucia was like really close to my dad, which I don't want to get emotional, and I don't want her to either. But,
No, that's
yeah,
my
like
guy.
when my dad was passing away, like, yeah, and like it was during COVID and, not people were not allowed to go see him. He asked for Lucia, like he wanted to see Lucia and they wouldn't let her in because she wasn't family. And it sucked because he asked for her and. But like I had her on speakerphone and FaceTime with him. But like, yeah, my dad loved Lucia and vice versa. Lucia loved him too. And she has my dad gave her the slicing machine that he used to use. She has it. What other do you what else do you
The
have?
big deli. What a guinea way to go out. Left me the big deli slicer
Yeah,
because we used to do the eggplants together, like all the pickling.
yeah, we would make
And
eggplant parmesan and slice it really, really thin. And so she loved doing that with him. Yeah.
and the pickled eggplants. You know what I made yesterday?
Oh
He
yeah,
told me
and
the
like
jar, the pickling ones, the machine that he gave me with it looks like a can. He said he carried it from Italy, and it looked like a can, and it has a big screw, probably the longest screw I've ever seen. That obviously they only have in Italy, probably because Americans wouldn't think to do that. I don't think, but it's a big screw like this long with a little turn knob, and you turn it, and the plate comes down into like what looks like a coffee can, and it squishes all the juice out of the eggplants. That machine he gave me,
yeah,
I still have.
to make pickled eggplant in a jar
Yep,
with
that's
olive oil, which the Italians know what that is. It's eggplant in a jar with the olive oil and like hot peppers. And yeah, so we made them with my dad, and then that machine, Lucia loved it, so she has it. So anytime I want to make pickled eggplant, have to go to her house because she has the machine. Like now she Lucia's a mom. She has a baby. His name is Nico. He's 2 years old. He's absolutely adorable. Yeah.
he
So
absolutely loves you. He hears
yeah,
her voice and through the phone. He's like, "Say."
yeah. He calls me Titsi. That means aunt in Italian. So yeah, he's adorable. But yeah, so now she's a mommy too. So yeah, so we go way, way back. Yeah,
So when
Lucia.
I back to when I said I never wanted kids back that yeah. Oh my God, imagine. Can you
Oh
imagine?
yeah, when she used to hang out with me and my daughter, she used to say, "I don't want kids. No way. I'm never having kids." And
Well,
then
you were nuts. She like imagine your best friend running around like me. I'm in my early 20s at that point, and like we just had like chaos. We had so much fucking chaos. Four kids running around with separate schedules. Everyone had their own agenda, hidden agenda. Schedules took plot twists. But now you have four girls plus us. So now you got how many? Four, five, six female energies running wild, and we have your dad. God bless your poor father. God bless. He had to deal with all of us.
yeah, my dad
It's a
just
lot of
loved
estrogen.
hanging out with all of us. And I have to, yeah, like Lucia ended up, she is one of my best friends because after Joe left, she was like my girl. She was like, we would go out together and party and have so much fun.
We did the damn thing.
Yeah, so you know how that movie Stella gets her groove back? Well, Teresa definitely got her groove back being with
Hell
Lucia.
yeah.
So we had so much fun together. We had like a lot of fun. Yeah, so much
There
fun.
there was not a box that we did not check. I'm just putting that out there. Maybe like
Yeah.
a few of the worst things you could think of. Yeah, we didn't do those, but we did a
Yeah,
lot.
and she came with me, when I had to travel to appearances, she would come with me, and then she was great because she could do, she did my hair or makeup or vice versa. If Priscilla couldn't come, then, Lucia, she could do both, which is great. What's it called? The double threat? What's that called again?
I guess.
Yeah. She could do
I try
both.
not to drop threats, but yeah, you know what I mean. I could
Yeah,
do
but
both.
she loves doing hair and she's so good. I mean, she's good at both. That's what's great about Lucia. But yeah, that her thing is she has a hair salon called Kazoo in Wayne on Hamburg Turnpike. So I'm there every single week. Yeah, so that's
Something's
it.
always something's always popping off.
Yeah, so it's like it's been fun. It's been like, and knock on wood, we've never had a fight, right?
Oh, I hate saying
Yeah.
the word never. I mean, what do you
I
mean?
mean, I
That
mean, yeah, we've
that's
never
it.
had
We
a
bicker. When we bicker, we bicker.
I don't even remember bickering with you. Like I
Oh
really,
my God. Like if
you're
we're both on our period at once, forget it. We would be she'd be like, the part's off. No, the part's
no, I
not
mean,
off.
we just bickered maybe if I tell her like, to break up if she was with this one person. I mean, I'd be like, he's not for you, and then she'll be like, yeah, whatever, and like,
What?
stuff
Oh
like that.
yeah, I went through some rugged times, let me tell you. The
Yeah.
trenches. Fuck the trenches.
Yeah, so I mean, we just like that, but we never really. I don't know. You're great, Lucia. You're awesome. Love you. She's like the sister I never had. She's awesome. All right, so let me get into some questions. All right,
Okay.
Lucia, you absolutely nailed my wedding hair. What was your inspiration behind the look?
Oh, come on, that's easy. So when you were in friggin' Greece, the second you called me to tell me you got engaged, I was like sending shit, remember? And then I sent you that girl with her hair like absolutely huge, okay,
Oh
with a
yeah, I
big
remember them.
crown. And they were standing in front of like it was like some sort of maybe Armenian wedding. It was absolutely gorgeous, elaborate. And they were standing in front of like a 25-foot cake. and
Oh
there's
yeah, and that's why I
fireworks.
was like, I want a huge cake. I'm like, I want a huge cake.
Two things we love: big cakes, big hair. Bam, that was it. So I just like was like, okay, it's got to be big like that. Because the whole time you're looking at the cake and the hair in the whole picture, I'm like, okay, we got to make it big.
Yeah, and I wanted to do my hair, I love my hair down, so I was like, yeah, definitely I want to do it half up, half down. And yeah, but I have to like I remember
And
when you
out of your face. You were like half up, half down, and out of my face
yeah,
because Louis
because
likes my
Louis
hair
likes
back.
he likes to see my face. Yeah.
Yeah, so we
So
did that.
I'll never forget like after you did my hair, I looked in the mirror and I was just like, whoa. I was like, okay. I was like, I couldn't change it. I'm like, I had to get married. So I was like,
I
because
on it. I can't even lie. When I stepped back and I looked at you, well, at first when I cried, and I'm like, who the hell's gonna make me look like this on my wedding day? I want big fucking fabulous hair. But then like when I looked back at one moment when you went for the first look with Louis, and Louis like, oh my god, your hair. I was like, that shit's really big. How did I do that? Like sometimes I do, right? I look at my work after and I'm like, what was I thinking? Like, how did I do that?
Yeah, how many hours did it take you?
I was standing behind you for like 3.5.
And remember I wanted the biggest crown I could find, and I think I got the biggest crown.
And it stayed in place. Listen, God gives
Yeah, oh
you
yeah, how many
the
bobby
strength.
pins? Tell everybody how many
Okay.
bobby pins.
Okay. So the boxes I buy they say 1 pound on it, 500 pins.
I know my head felt heavy. I'll never
So it
forget.
was 3 pounds. It was
Um,
1,500 bobby pins. I remember looking at the box because I had like a huge 8-foot table set up. My setup is like very meticulous. I have my OCD with my tools. A lot of my shit I've used for a lot of years, minus the irons that we break and lose along the way. But um, like my same Lucky Combs, like she has her shit. I laid it out. I looked down in that box and I was like, there's 3 pins left. I was like, I'm sticking these in just for the sake of saying that we have 3 pounds of pins and 1,500 in her head. And I did. Not did I think that I would live to tell a story that people cared how many pins were in your head. I just did it for my own sick OCD pleasure.
yeah, I'll never forget. Right, Lucia was with me before I walked out. Before I walked out to get married, I started getting anxiety. Remember?
Please.
Anxiety. I was like, because my head was the hair,
Oh,
like
please.
my
When
hair
you
felt
do this,
heavy.
ladies and gentlemen, when Teresa Giudice goes silent, fucking run. Just
Yeah.
go. Just like I I don't know how many people can deal with you silent. I feel like anytime you've gone silent, I've gotten a phone call from someone or I've been there. So now she's like, look, she's in this big hair, beautiful crown, gorgeous dress, and we got waters, we got a few cigarettes lit, not one,
Yeah,
two.
yes, yes, yes.
We're in the friggin' pillar of a chapel, the bathroom of a chapel. I'm like, oh my gosh, we're gonna burn in hell. We got cigarettes.
Yeah, and I'm like getting anxiety. I'm like, I can't breathe. I'm like, I
Yeah.
can't breathe, you know?
We had the fans going. I had a
Oh
little
yeah, I
mini
was
fan
so
on there.
I was hot. I was like, oh my
She was
God.
going like this. You were going like this.
I was like,
And I'm looking at her. I'm like, oh my God. I felt like we were in like an episode of like Jersey Shore or something when like a fight breaks out and they have to push the cameras away. I'm like, excuse me, please, just give us a second. We need some room.
yeah, we
And
know.
I'm just praying you aren't gonna fall. I'm like, okay, it's gonna be all right. You look beautiful. But it was a lot of pressure. Like I can't even imagine the pressure you were feeling in that moment. I probably would
I
have
know.
dropped. I
It's
was
so I
about to
mean,
faint.
yeah, I had anxiety. Felt really nervous, but then it was so crazy. And then I'm like, Teresa, get it together. I was like, get it together. I was telling myself, get it together. And then it's so crazy. And then I took a few deep breaths, remember? And then when I walked out, it's like, and I think well, yeah, it's like when I saw Louis, I think like I wasn't nervous anymore.
Yeah, thank God.
All right. So, Lucia, if we had to pick 4 housewives with the best hair, so who would be your Mount Hairmore for that?
Obviously you.
Of
With
course,
your
yeah.
big wedding updo. Come on.
Right.
Fully equipped with the crown,
All
your
right. So let me go,
pearls.
and then I'll pick someone. Let me say, I'll say, let's say, Phaedra Parks.
Okay, good hair. Solid choice.
Okay.
Okay, Cynthia Bailey. Not only because her hair guys were like amazing, but I do gotta say, Cynthia Bailey's hair always looks great. Was
Cynthia
epic.
Bailey's hair at that reunion
Okay,
looked
well then that will
awesome.
be
It
the
was
hair we use
epic.
on our
Yes.
Mount Hairmore. Hairmore.
Okay, so it was all right. So it's me, Cynthia. Who did I say? Oh, I said Phaedra because I love all her wigs. I mean, she changes her wigs
We
all the
just love
time.
P's
So like,
hair. Like, I'm
right,
sorry.
she just was on a. I just love, yeah. I mean, and like I love, she makes it all different colors. So I love it. I do love her hair. And then one more. I mean, who do you think would be another one?
Think.
I mean, can we pick two more?
What
Or you pick
about
another one?
Ashley Darby?
She has
Yes,
great hair, and her hair is
it's
real.
real.
Yeah, yeah, and then I think I don't know, she might
I
put
mean, I
some
feel like we
extensions
all
in to
play
make
with
it
pieces. Like,
longer.
all the great stylists
Yeah.
do. Like, if you're not trying to damage
Yeah, no.
integrity,
I
like,
I
you know what I
love
mean?
Ashley's hair. And then you know what? One more. I'm gonna
Okay.
pick Kenya Moore because I love her hair. She makes it
Yes.
now her hair is like so big and she has a hair product
I
line.
mean,
So
I think
Kenya
Mount
Moore.
Hairmore is looking good if you ask me. See, that's gonna look like a billboard for good hair.
Yeah, so that's our
So
yeah, I love
That
that.
was
And
great. Mount
yes.
Hairmore rocked.
Okay.
we
All
just
right,
broke Mount Hairmore.
Yeah, we
we
have
have
to
some
get another
fan
mountain for Mount
questions.
Hairmore. Okay, here's some fan questions for you guys. It says, okay, let's talk about some pricey, and you mentioned Dyson earlier, some pricey hair tools like the Dyson Airwrap. Are they really worth the hype, or can you get similar results with more affordable tools?
Okay, so the first time I got my hands on a Dyson Airwrap was when they sent one to Gia, and she had it on the bathroom floor in the little orange box for like months collecting dust. And every time I walk past this, I'm like, "Gee, what is in this box?" Like, she's like, "Oh, it's they sent it to me." I'm like, "Well, let's try it." So we like plugged it in and we like tried it, and I was like, "Okay, um." I feel spastic. Like, I couldn't understand. Like, I'm a hairdresser. I've been doing hair and extensions for 16 years. Like, there is no reason why doing curls and a blowout should take that long. Like, I felt like number one, you have to really dry your hair first. Otherwise, you're just adding so much heat to your hair. And everyone that I know uses it, if they're not using heat protectant, has like burn smelling hair. The Revlon One Step, those brushes, it's like plastic. You're putting that through your hair with high heat. No, absolutely not. Everyone ends up with like broken straight pieces on top of breakage from overuse of heat. Yeah, the best way to style your hair is to watch some TikToks or reels and speed dry your hair and then get into it with heat. Definitely use a heat protectant and definitely, avoid using heat to your hair every single day. And you can achieve a good hair on its own. My number one rule is do not fight the hair. Let the hair flow. Don't go against it. Go with it, like the water. Otherwise, you're screwed.
One of my favorite hair tools is the Bioionic.
Her favorite. She likes
Yeah,
how it gives her curls nice shine because it locks the water molecules in.
that's my favorite.
We like Bionic. Big fan. Huge.
Yeah.
My favorite curling irons.
One more question. This is from, who's this from? Julia in Phoenix. It says, I have a big event coming up this weekend. What should I keep in my clutch to keep my hair looking good all night long?
Mm.
Well, Julia from Phoenix. Definitely recommend a mini little hairspray. But you don't want to use too much because
Like
hairspray will weigh you down.
a flex one, right? A flex one?
Yeah, like a flex one's good. I always love to keep Got to Be Freeze makes like a mascara that you can actually get little flyaways down with. It's great to keep in your purse. It looks like the size of a mascara. Depending on the look you're going for. If you have curly hair and you're in Phoenix, dry heat. I mean, I recommend leaving your hair curly. Definitely use a nice curl cream. Um, I just recommend those things that I would say in the purse. It's hard to say not knowing if you have curly or straight hair, but you can
Right.
always use hairspray. You can always use that Got2b stick to achieve something. Maybe a bobby pin and a scrunchie, just in case. You never know when you got to throw it up.
Cool. And all these questions came from our Turning the Tables Instagram. And if you guys ask us a question or ask Teresa a question or whoever, and it doesn't have something to do with that topic that week, we always hold on to it because we'll always get to all of your questions. So Lucia, thank you for answering those. And
You're welcome.
Wrap it up however you want and try to keep it to less than 20 minutes.
Okay. Lucia, thank you so much for coming on Turning the Tables. Tell
You're
everybody.
welcome.
Thank you. Tell everybody where they can find you.
Everyone, you can find me on Instagram at Lucia Casazza is my personal. My hair extensions line is at Lucia Hair Extensions. And my salon is at Kazoo Beauty. We're located in Wayne, New Jersey. And we will give you the best Guidette hair you've ever dreamed of. Because the Guides are the last of the dying breed here in Jersey. But, we still stand strong and we still make nice hair. The best hair.
Love that. So everyone, thank you so much for tuning in, Turning the Tables. Make sure you rate, review, and subscribe wherever you get your podcast. And we'll see you guys next week. Love, love, love. Mwah.
I'm turning the tables. I'm turning the tables. Let's go. I know you love my style. I'm gonna make them smile. I am the one to win. Keeping them all tuned in. I'm turning the tables. I'm turning the tables.